This training video was created by the Nature Conservancy. The Nature Conservancy is a proud leader of the Volunteer Stewardship Network. Since 1983, the network has contributed to the restoration and protection of important lands and waters across Illinois for both nature and people. Volunteers are integral to our success in conserving thousands of acres.
Hello, stewards. Today we're going to be talking about the most commonly used hand tools in natural resources management. One of the first ones to cover will be the round nose shovel. And there are a variety of shovels to talk about, but the round nose shovel is a great tool to take multiflora rows out of woodland situations, also to get the smaller invasive shrubs such as the bush honeysuckle and autumn olive. The round nose makes it easy on soil and easy on the back for use. Another type of shovel that's become popular over the last few years are the tile spade type of shovels. Those that have a narrower blade and are a little more lightweight and have a lot of bulk through the middle for prying. What you can do with these is get right up next to the taproot with parsnip, Queen Anne's lace, and even dandelions in some of those early restorations. People have modified round nose shovels to get this same type of effect and have been very successful using them. Another very common stewardship tool is, of course, the clippers and pruners that you can use specifically for prairie seed collection or woodland seed collection, and also for invasive species control. These types of tools are great for clipping the heads of teasel and other such plants and getting the seed out of the environment. There are also a variety of these. The first one being some bypass pruners. Now the bypass pruners get its name from the cutting blade bypassing the hook and making a very clean cut all the way through the piece of wood or the stem of the plant. It makes a great way to collect prairie seed in particular. A little different than the bypass pruners are, of course, the anvil pruners. And again, on herbaceous plant material, this is a great tool. The difference being that the cutting blade comes down onto a flat surface, much like a chef's knife onto a cutting board. Now, the big difference between using bypass and anvil would be the bypass pruners and also bypass loppers, which we'll talk about in a moment. It's great for live material. It cuts through live material easier than the anvil pruners, which should really be used more for herbaceous seed collection and deadwood if you're removing deadwood. Other great clippers include just a pair of nice shears. Some kitchen shears are good. Look for stainless steel in the blades. Some shears are aluminum, which do bend easily when you're doing field work. These can be sharpened a variety of ways and come in a variety of different sizes. One tool that has become more and more popular is the Victorinox cut and hold pruners. Now, these are easy to carry around, very few mechanisms on it, but one reason people like it is it has this small metal piece in here that when you cut, it holds the stem in place until it can be put into the seed collection bag. Let's move on to loppers. Again, loppers come in basically two types. Bypass, again, as demonstrated here, you can see that the cutting blade is really bypassing part of that hook in this area, making a clean cut. And there are a variety of sizes and types of loppers also. These from Fiskars have this gearing mechanism which does cut down on the friction and the amount of pressure you have to put on those handles. Many people prefer the longer handles to get a better grip on the plant. And there are some that come in a smaller size. These smaller size are typically liked by people that are traveling longer distances, and they are, of course, lighter weight. There are other types, and most mechanisms that are used, such as the one seen here, are to keep from fatiguing early, and these gearing mechanisms really do make it easier to open and close repeatedly the lopping shears. I should mention that with lopping shears of this size, you'll probably only want to tackle about a maximum of a 2-inch diameter twig or branch. Then, of course, there are saws for stewardship. One of the more commonly used is the folding saw, which gets its name obviously from folding. Now, if you're selecting stewardship tools, the greatest safety mechanism you can find in these is a locking blade. The locking blade is released only after you release the locking blade mechanism and locks firmly in place. As opposed to some of these other saws that, although they open up, there's not an automatic lock in place, and accidents can occur with these folding back onto the individual's hands. So we suggest making sure you have a locking mechanism. Additionally, the bow saw is one that is very easy to tote around. It's very lightweight, has a great cutting edge, multiple teeth, so it does have a tendency to cut faster. Blades are easily replaced or easily sharpened. So as you can see, there are a variety of tools made out of many different materials. The best bet for the steward is to try out as many of them as you like, because tools are a real personal preference specific to the individual.